Right. Are we good? Right. Alrighty. Boop. Setting up the chat on my phone. Excellent. Excellente. Right. It's still going. Oh shit. I gotta turn down the volume. Alright, we're good. Yeah, that was my phone. So then. We continue our adventures to become the ultimate anime protagonist, ace detective. Now then, where were we? Right. At the Harvard gates. Oh, okay. Right. Still Tuesday in game. Well, guess we'll go ask the scab leader. Let's get going.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Greetings. I think Greetings. I think you may be able to help me decipher some tattoos. Takes that picture.
Don't think so.
He grunts, barely glancing at it.
Suddenly, this feels like a really, really bad idea.
We're investigating a murder. These tattoos were on the victim's body.
Silence. He takes the photo. Grey eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. His face is unmoving, hard as a stone, but beneath it, you see dead flesh in colorful rivers of polychrome, melting skin and hair.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in.
Loincloths?
Yeah.
He's clenching his teeth. There is silent pressure behind them.
Well, can you tell me what the tattoos mean?
What it means.
He points to one tiny star in the web of lines, away from the man's heart, almost on his stomach.
I can tell you what this one means. Only one. You want to hear what happened here?
Yes.
Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush. In Benital, 41. Monsoon season. He's on a reconnaissance mission.
I see.
He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kipped villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's talk of switching employers.
He licks his lips as if drunk suddenly.
With some strange emotion. This is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
I can take it. I am, after all, an anime protagonist in the making.
Our boy. He's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon.
His voice gets strangely quiet, a long, long way from the right to work. His gaze pierces the paper.
At dawn, he comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe they were just making eyes at each other. I like to think they were breeding. We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know, but not too old.
Oh.
She was quite the entertainment for the week she lasted, expired in the hands of Sarge Mason. The
Well
kind of guy
then.
who'd make Chief there shit his pants and cry like a bitch. God, Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits off her cold body and fucking ate them.
Huh.
Said primitive spirits were watching over him now. Drowned in a creek a week later. Spirits my ass.
Something stirs in your stomach. There's a word on the tip of your tongue. Colorless, odorless. It's...
You were there?
No, I was somewhere else. That's just a guess as to what this one little star on his belly might mean. I'm just a bouncer.
You're not really a scab leader, are you?
Fucking mask is getting sweaty. I want to take my mask off. But
He shrugs.
He's under orders. And orders are orders.
Well, can I have it back?
go ahead.
All right, now. Free commerce! Keep the goods flowing!
On the photo in your hands, the dead man's skin is studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, littering his dead skin.
Hmm. Going to leave now? Well then, that was, graphic. The game did not lie. Ask another about a tattoo's possible meaning. Well, the tattoo on his stomach apparently resembles him about his memory of apparently literally eating out a woman's tits. Right. Anyway. Find a way into the secret passage. Watermarks. Ah. Right. To the Kanima.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Kim, how do I turn on the lights?
Alright, ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
Sorry about that. Don't know who these spammers are in my chat.
He's downplaying his excitement. The lieutenant is more than happy to show off his precious carriage.
Press engine start.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The raspberry gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canadian
Whoa.
comes to life with a whiny growl.
Wow.
Like a leopard waking from its sleep, yawning and roaring
Dang.
at the same time.
You got a sweet ride, Kim. Press the button labeled headlights.
The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done.
Very
You
well.
just need to stand in front of the machine now.
Very well.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro perforations.
Look at the shimmering street grid.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Where are we on this?
Let me see.
He takes a lecture for a moment and inspects it.
Right here.
He says his fingers near the top of the map on a segment of the coast, jutting out into the great ocean. Seems nice.
No, it does not.
The lieutenant says without optimism, look at the perforations.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Tally up the separate rows.
The first row has 18 dots.
What about the next one?
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
Count them individually.
There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even 200.
What about the last row?
The last row has 3 perforations. As you look at them, you feel your index finger reflexively contract 3 times.
Seems like something I've done before.
And something you'll do again before this is all over.
Hey, Kim, what do all these holes mean?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Son, here is where we score your life performance. You better hope it's good.
I hope so too.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Probably some boring office job, same as everyone else.
No shame in working a regular job, detective. Sometimes after a long day of doing this, I even envy it. Let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see. Wow, more than 200.
Well, that seems quite a lot.
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
Well, Jim, I did tell you I was a superstar cop.
Call it what you want. You were a valuable member of your precinct. Now, let's look at the last row.
You know the answer already. The tingle in your index finger gave it away.
Those are my confirmed kills. 3 of them.
That's right. How did you know?
Well, I suppose I felt a slight twitch in my index finger.
Ah, right. Sometimes the brain's able to preserve certain responses even when conscious memory has been, let's say, misplaced. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way.
Well then,
There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
it's obvious that the lieutenant doesn't really think very highly of these officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
Have you killed anyone, Kim?
Yes.
Declining to elaborate.
It's not a problem for him to state it, however.
How do you handle the strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective, or self-destructive than others.
He gives you a meaningful look.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Like what?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Maybe I should find a hobby.
Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
Well, thank you for this.
The lieutenant nods.
Well, let's go.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
He presses the remote control and key. Right. Smoke around the balcony. Hmm. Hmm. Actually, can I go up to the roof of the Whirling Rags? Hmm. Hmm. I will investigate the roof first. And after I pay off Got.
Can I help you?
He arches an eyebrow. About my bill for tonight?
Got the 20 real?
Yes.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Very well. Right. It's supposed to be a... Now, how the hell do I get up on that roof area? Hmm. Right. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering why there's no music, well, when I uploaded the VOD onto YouTube, I apparently got a copyright claim for a few of my videos, so... Afraid I do not want to have another copyright claim on my ass, so... Here we are. Seems like there's much, yeah. So yes, apologies if it does seem quite, well, quiet. In the background anyway. You'll just have to settle with my commentary. But anyway, let's move on. Once this loads. Yep. Well, I guess we talked to those union fucks. What? Wait, what's my room? Yeah, whatever. It doesn't seem to be... Oh, that's probably with the... Alright. bowl, there's spit in it, reeking of tobacco. Alright. Hello.
Over here.
She snaps her fingers. Hello, gardener.
Let me handle this.
The woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
You seem a little different today. Less hospitable.
You are far from home, Lieutenant. This isn't a district known for its love of self-proclaimed militiamen.
Well, I mean no trouble. I'm just here to do my job. That is all.
Not a muscle moves in her face, but her eyes trace yours, stern and perceptive.
You are looking for Titus Hardy, who you think has information on a murder the RCM is investigating. You want to interview him.
She points to the man standing in the middle of the room.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
Tell him, Jim.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. You're sure Easilio mentioned something about a lawyer, Elizabeth someone, but you're too dumb to remember what it was.
I do have an intelligence of 1. What's your role in all this?
Obviously, I'm a lawyer. A legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. I would urge you to consider what you say to my clients.
Well, I should go to talk to Titus then.
This is where you say your bit.
A broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can.
Detective.
The lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you. We need to talk about the man hanged out back.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that one.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get real ripe and pretty for you.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them.
The man hanged in the backyard. Did you do it?
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
And why is there a container belt out around the dead man's neck?
Container belt? Like we use in the harbor?
Yes, why?
Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him.
Is that a confession?
We did this. Together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around his neck.
There's a catch hidden somewhere. He didn't confess so that you could take them all away. It's too simple.
But there's a catch. Yeah. Using my anime protagonist senses, there's a catch.
There is no catch. These 7 honest men have all equally come forth to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
Who called the shots that night?
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a hardy boy without arresting all hardy boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
What about be an anime protagonist way of approaching the situation? I don't have to. One of them was more complicit than the other.
That's for the courts in Le Jardin to decide, not for the officer making an arrest, which we all know you won't be. What you can do right now is go back to your station and write a report.
No. We'll stay here and discuss what happened that night.
When did this hanging incident occur?
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
The fixer turns to remind Titus.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long have you known the victim?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what?
He rubs his chin, pretending to mull it over.
This is where he tries to sow discord between you two, because he knows the company is responsible for bringing the mercenaries into town.
Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
And how does the bullet in his head factor into all of this?
Huh?
A sip of beer makes the surprise go down easier.
There was a bullet in the dead man's brain.
Yeah.
Why was it there?
Get protagonist, motherfucker.
How the fuck do I know? Anyone could have shot him. Target practice, maybe.
Another sip, he's tight-lipped suddenly.
This line of questioning is over.
The
Got
woman's...
the cause of death already? Hanging. If there's any post-mortem trauma, it's your problem. This will not turn into a cross-examination.
This was a good move. Also, notice how Titus doesn't like her much, especially when she's calling the shots.
And why did you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
So he was a mercenary? That's it?
And he stepped out of line.
He repeats, jaw clamped shut like a vice.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up to start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Seminese written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade, right here in our bar.
This one has a special gripe with him coming in.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Jotomate? How do you even know he was in the Special Forces?
'Cause one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, "I'm RNA's goddamn special forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all."
Fair enough.
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some RNA's paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there.
He
Like
points...
some kind of animal.
Right, but what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one.
I already know that.
Threatened to kill some as a warning.
He wiped spittle from his mouth. Yeah, I already know about that.
There's a slight unease in him, suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in. if we don't bend over.
Cracks his knuckles.
Before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
The lieutenant's trying to make sense of the flood of information.
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl. Young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Wait, was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted? Raped, you said?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
He repeats like a parrot. Right, but who did he rape then? This is a very serious allegation.
No. You're not getting a name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
So how did you kill him?
We hanged him up by his neck. Until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
You're pretty sure you've had at least 2 years of cop school and many more of active service. Certainly enough to not put up with this backsass. Deliver a knockdown observation.
We need more. Did you muffle him? We haven't heard any reports of screams.
Titus, you don't have to clarify anything.
We overpowered him. Dragged his unconscious body to the tree. Put a noose around his neck. And hanged him till he was dead and steady.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
Do I have any more points? Kinda close. Kinda close. Composure, right? That's motoric skill, right? Yep. Kinda close, but anyway. Wait, wasn't he a trained killer from the Oranges Special Forces? If yes, how did you manage to overpower him?
With numbers, asshole. How do you think? You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here.
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
When did this overpowering happen?
Weren't you fucking listening? The fucker came to our bar. It happened right here.
Titus lets the others clear out the details, so he doesn't get his hands muddy with explaining too much.
Ooh. Nice. Shanky might be lying. Things aren't quite right there, aren't they? Come on. Shit.
Actually, they're admirably, surprisingly composed. The entire room. Given how many questions you've lobbed their way.
All of them? Maybe one of them is fidgeting, cracking under pressure.
Well, this one. But he's always fidgeting, so don't get your hopes up.
Right. I had other questions about the lynching.
Like what, copper?
So what are you going to do now?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus.
The lieutenant closes his notebook.
I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even if it is a group responsibility. We're going to look into this.
Well said, Kim.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Rent-a-cop. So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equals. Forget about their games. You've mapped out the characters. Reading the footprints in the yard should be easier now.
Oh my god. Week when you first met. You still haven't explained about the bullet I found in the hangman's neck.
You still on about that bullet? A bullet in a hangman's head. You're right, Copper. That is mighty curious.
Indeed, mighty. How did it get there?
The lieutenant is fixed on Titus.
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads. I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
I'm going to ask you again. Why was this show's bullet in the victim's head?
Wow! He's got it in a real evidence bag and all!
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
Did you guys shoot him?
Shit! I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk.
Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. Better hope he stays sober.
No, he meant before he was hanged. Did you shoot him before you hanged him?
Before? After? During? This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop wasting your time.
And I think the hanging was a cover-up for the shooting.
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid. And his brain grew around the bullet.
He wouldn't be fucking alive from that.
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
They're only pretending to enjoy this. Beneath the act, they don't like you knowing this.
Well, do not worry. We will figure this out sooner or later.
Never been worried in my life, lawman.
Scan the room.
No. I's here. You got business with my boys. You got business with me.
The boys are too eager to please him to keep their mouths shut. You're gonna get a good head count here. Just wait.
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy.
Shouts the scrawny rat-faced man, 2 teeth missing in his front.
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
Says the 40-something man from the corner with a plectrum hanging from his neck.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you, you stupid fuck.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
You know scan tattoos. The man must be either Mesk or Elysium.
Yeah, you're not even being fucked, Dennis.
Easy, fellas. We got company. Let's see what brings the cop around.
Too late. You already scanned the room. You got a pretty good picture.
A picture of what?
Of the actors here. You could take another look at the tracks in the mud on the crime scene. Compare it to these guys.
Well, I don't know if you've heard, but me and Everett have talked. He promised to cooperate.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, lawman?
Well, so much for that.
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
Very mature, guys. Everyone sent word, right?
Yeah, I heard you. Now fuck do you think I'm doing here? You'd have your ass handed to you if it wasn't for the boss man's word.
I really need my gun back.
Let me state this very clearly, Capo. Hello, officer. I'm Titus Hardy, and these are my boys. Hardy boys. How may we assist you?
Explosive laughter follows. To his men, Titus Hardy is a golden god. They want to laugh at his jokes even before they leave his lips. This guy is a born leader.
Well, I'm going to take off now. Right then. Prove your authority. have to gain authority and tie his eyes for the investigation to advance. It's often known at first. Investigate the crime scene, look for a witness, help. Well, this is going to be quite difficult. Well, this is gonna be pretty difficult to prove my authority. Do I have anything that can give me extra authority? I mean, maybe. No, it's -1. Suggestion. As of now, no. Ah.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Using my analytical enemy protagonist powers, I shall get an exact count. Fuck.
Wow, still not doing it. You're bad at this.
Why is it so complicated? I keep failing it.
Maybe you keep failing because you suck.
You don't have to put it that way. I'm just gonna... Anyway.
Necromancer pig? That shit was dark. Going in there like that. Oh, brutal shit. Tell me. Kuno dies. You're gonna pick one out of his brain like that too? Kuno's gonna go out in a hail of bullets. Gonna look like a fucking porcupine.
Porta Rosa, a side alley of the Boogie Street Spearhead. A young man in his early 20s approaches patrol officer Emil Mullins and asks for a cigarette. As Officer Mullins reaches in his coat pocket a pack of Astra he just purchased this morning.
Okay.
The man shoots him point blank in his chest. Breathless, the patrol officer collapses in the gutter. His right hand is grabbing the armor on his chest. The bullet didn't pierce it, but he can't breathe. On the pavement, the patter of the perpetrator's feet growing distant. Bleed, pig. Someone opens a window and says, but Emil cannot see who. His sight grows dim with pain.
Well, I'll be there for you, Kuno.
Yeah.
Kuno dominated you. Oof. Do I have anything for empathy? Well, I have more questions about the crime scene.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it?
The dead man's clothes were in the trash container. Points to the container. How did they get there?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
I need to know. It could be a lead into an investigation. Someone may have tampered with the murder scene.
Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters F-A-L-N running down his trouser leg.
Wait, I asked you what happened to his clothes. You must have seen them flying around.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around. Except for that you took away. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
Alright, entertain me. What's so great about these pants?
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival.
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say,
Oh
"I
no.
told you so," any louder.
I guess. Baited Morova by scientists. Pants scientists.
Believe it, you need this shit.
He unzips his jacket to give you a quick peek at his plastic wrapped pants. They're graphite black and look brand new.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness.
Are you sure, savoir faire?
Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready.
Very well. I might be interested in those pants. Let's talk about this later.
Alright, Pickle. Shit's rolling.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's gonna steal all your money, Kuno.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now.
There was also a mug in this trash.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Yes, does this racist mug have anything to do with it?
Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker? Cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
Precisely what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone has tampered with the crime scene. Cleaned up some of it.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
He nods in approval.
The kid may have something there. He's already come up with an interrogation technique too.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching.
She lets it is.
Away from my Kuno.
Yeah, get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face.
I might have questions later. For now, let's talk about something else.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
I wish to discuss with you with the body again.
The fuck about it?
Where's the rest of his armor?
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor.
How come?
That fucking had one thing majorly wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
A mutant, you say?
Do you remember how he looked? Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
What?
Oh, come on. He's just pretending that he doesn't care because he's too small for the armor.
What do you mean? Yeah, alright. Fine. Fine, physical instrument, you got me. You're just too small for the armor.
Get the fuck out of here trying to fuck on me with that midget shit. Kuno's 12. He's huge.
He squints at you.
What are you? Fucking 80. When Kuno's 80, Kuno can fit 4 of you in Kuno. Fuck out of here.
Trying to fuck on Kuno. Fuck out of here.
Sorry, anyway. What do you mean when you threw it away?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big.
Boom to kick off imaginary helmet.
Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
You throw it in the sea.
Yeah? That shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gates.
What do you mean, troubadour?
Yeah, cocking boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit? Came around pretending like he cares about cows?
He means Manana, the laid-back striker at the gates.
You mean Manana?
Yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor.
Yes, this troubadour has it. You can feel it.
There are contusions all over the body. Did you do that?
Fuck are you talking about? What is this contusion shit?
He grabs his head like it's suddenly hurting.
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
A contusion is a bruise. I'm talking about the marks of stones you left on the corpse.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing? This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno fucking rules here.
You hear the lieutenant hum.
We're on this later. Right now, let's talk about something else.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost.
Well, time to figure out what's going on with this kid.
He's
Fuck.
on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
Well, shit. Think you can... Hey, Kuno, you think you can turn the Kuno down for a moment? Let's talk like normal people.
Trying to fuck at the Kuno. Trying to fuck at me. Trying to fuck.
Well, shit.
It's faster, faster, faster. Can't take the Kuno. Stay out of the reactor.
Kuno gonna fuck you up. Up.
Normal is not what we got here. You've got to work with what you have for now.
Very well, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Yeah, the hell do I get up there? Oh, whatever. Right. Manana we go. And yeah, do I have your empathy? No. Civilization, no. 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 Okay. Hello, Manana.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
Yeah, was nice enough.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
He nods solemnly, then turns to you, a one smile adorning his face.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
The weasel I visited. Turns out he has one of a hell of a colonial mug collection.
Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole.
Yes, his mug collection certainly represented antiquated social values.
Like I said before, I don't know much about this weasel, but the bossman said he's a real piece of work. Thanks for helping out, friend.
Actually, do you know anything about the Hardy Boys?
Los Ardis? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high, but it comes with the responsibility. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like you.
Is he actually comparing you, an officer of the law, to some neighborhood vigilantes?
Let it go.
The man whispers a jaunty tune, a coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
Well, Kuno told me you were supposed to know about the armor.
The little boy had a good on his promise.
His promise?
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me, pardon the choice of words, not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, and the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
So Kuno used us to what? Scare you?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He contemplates taking a swig from his flask.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way. Sweeter then.
The probe into the armor. What did you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
What sort of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
4 pieces of armor for grabs then. But I already sent the boots away.
I guess you won't be collecting them all then. That's less work for you at least.
Well, I'm gonna find 1 piece of it. 1 is enough.
Nice and balanced. Some junior officers can take care of the rest.
Smart choice. It's only that one spot you need armored too. The one the bullet hits. Good luck if you go for those boots though. You'd have an easier time wresting the spurs off a boyadero than getting them off him.
Thank you for your cooperation, sir.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
He is sincerely grateful he is not tracking down pieces of armor right now.
Well, good talking to you. Gotta run. Let's see. 1, the body has to be down. 2, finish. And Kim has to be absent. Did I don't know if do I even have time for that? You really just want a piece of the armor. It's enough to find a 1 piece and it's done. Buy the pants. Rest of the armor. Couldn't lie to you. Return and confront him. Alright. Let's hit this Kuno fucker. Do I have enough XP? Ooh. Not quite.
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
Yes, wish I could have been here to see it. Now I have some questions.
Shoot that shit at Kuno, Pigonaut.
I talked to Mañana about the armor.
So?
He raises his eyebrow, projecting aggressive indifference.
You should thank him.
You told me that you promised to sick the pigs on him.
Yeah, so? Kuno did sick the pigs on him. Kuno's a man of his word.
Kuno sent your fat ass running around like jello.
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move.
Oh.
Good idea.
Yes, let's move on.
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. Don't be saying what Kuno said back to Kuno. Get the fuck out of here, Patterson Kuno. After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Kuno's face.
Yeah, real interesting.
Right. Wait, what am I going for again? Empathy. Alright. Let's level that shit up.
Kuno doesn't fuck.
Punch yourself in the face. Kill yourself. Kuno, make him kill himself.
Look, I want to make this right with Kudo, make amends.
Fucking what, pig?
You're a cool dude, let's just bury the hatchet, okay?
Cool what? What the fuck is wrong with you?
You don't know how to do this?
You broke his brain when you fucked him up, Kuno.
You better come up with a way to make Kuno forget you tried to fucking hit him, piggo.
Here's a drink, kid. It's alcohol. This should make us friends.
Stay the fuck away from Kuno. You smell like bum shit. Kuno's not a bum.
Says the
Kuno
druggie.
don't touch that shit.
Why?
What? Do you think Kuno's fucking 80 years old? Trying to bring me bum juice? Make the Kuno paranoid?
Okay, then.
Trying to get a 12-year-old hooked on the shit shake?
I mean, bruh, you take drugs. Kim. There we go.
Alcohol use has been declining in the under 16 bracket this past decade.
This pleases him.
Well, if that's not gonna work, got you a little set of wheels, Kuno. Throws him a keys to the abandoned truck.
Are you crazy?
Stops your hand before your palm opens.
Class A fucker. Blind fucks are always ruining it for everybody.
Kim is never going to be okay with you handing something like this off to a minor. This plan is either off the table, or you need to do it when he's not around.
Whatever then.
What are you doing?
Nothing. I don't want to get into this. Come on, I just want to talk to him. No, not you. Kuno.
Have you come to make your offering to Kuno?
I don't have anything. What can I offer you?
Please don't waste time on nonsense.
The lieutenant does not approve of this at all.
He's literally one of our witnesses,
Don't
mate.
listen to the blind fuck, piggo. You're doing the right thing here. Trying to get Kuno to like you again.
He pauses to think.
You can pay tribute to Kuno with drugs, or cigarettes, or some wheels. Kuno could use some wheels. Motorized carriage shit.
Cigarettes, okay. Man, given that I still have the keys to the truck. Alright, what I got in my journal. else could I do? And a nice boots, one on a piece. Well, we'll pay a visit back to Everett once more. Well then. Hello, Mr. Everett.
Mr. Dubois, I hear the meeting with Titus was a glowing success. That's such a relief. Titus can be a handful sometimes. Now, what can Everett Clare do for you today?
May we go over a few details concerning the murder once more?
Most certainly, Harry.
Okay,
By
now,
all means, Harry. What's on your mind?
I wish to go over a couple of things about me.
Let's hear it, Harry.
Nothing.
Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. You wanted something from me.
I already got a book, but I don't wanna waste any more time. I guess I could, yeah, spend time talking with Kim about the case. That'll give me extra experience, because I need a lot to pump up my skills. And there's like 2 things I gotta do behind Kim's back. Oh boy. Well, I mean, it's still an anime protagonist move to do that. To go behind people's backs and do other shit, because, I mean, obviously that shit's been done before. Hello? because yeah, if I give the key anyway about Kuno, if I give him the keys to the abandoned truck, I'm guessing that would increase my chances of nailing that empathy check on him. Anyway, I gotta check up on my other shit. Man, that's a lot of stuff. But anyway, I suppose I could just talk to you right now.
Yes?
Well, Kim, given all the time we have spent together in the one day of our partnership, I think you should know that I can't remember anything.
No response. He just arches his brow.
I really don't remember anything. There was, drinking involved.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Well, I'm afraid this might be a medical situation.
Really? You look fine to me.
I'm talking serious. Unbelievable damage here. I saw myself in the mirror and I had no idea who I was.
This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer.
It's not psychological. Some sort of major brain damage has occurred on an unprecedented scale.
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's lazaret. Was there anything else you wanted?
Well, you seem to be following me.
Excuse me?
Nothing, just an observation.
You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide.
What do you mean, distinctive?
I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically.
And how is that?
They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
Yes, but containers contain things. Shiny things. They're interesting.
You're kidding me. Why containers?
I don't know. Containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions. We should move on.
Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre. He regrets bringing it up.
Tell me about the case
again. What do you
again.
want to know?
What did your preliminary information say anything about this case before you came here?
You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you?
Brief, yes, that sounds good.
3 days ago, the RCM emergency desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company, Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Why didn't we know anything about the caller?
They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Why hide themselves?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Of course, yes. I understand everything now.
Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer.
Now, would you say this is a mysterious case?
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
How come?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
Well, personally, I think labor disputes are very mysterious.
Then you're in luck, because we are in the midst of a major strike by the dock workers union. Maybe more than that. The union clearly wants a piece, not just of the industrial harbor, but the Wild Pines Corporation itself. I expect the case itself to be less challenging than navigating these community matters. This district isn't used to the RCM's presence, and the union rarely plays its hand, as it appears to have done in this case.
Now that we've inspected the scene, I want to know about this pissing competition you mentioned.
What's there to say? It's just stupidity.
What kind of stupidity?
The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the industrial harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the union make a mockery of law enforcement here, and now it's come to its natural conclusion.
Ah, so this struggle over who runs Martinez?
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to Police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words.
I see.
I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. The brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest, with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary.
So you volunteered to spoil it?
Yes. I'm an unrepentant spoil sport.
So anyway, what's so special about Martinez?
Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
A tremble comes over you. Another after effect of ethanol poisoning, perhaps. Feels like leaves do when they rustle in the breeze, somewhere far away, below the turbine. The 41st and the 57th. The lieutenant was right. It's not about who gets what's north. It's about who doesn't.
I wonder what this says about me, that I was sent by my station. Here's an eyeball. Thinking it's best to let you make best to let you make the next move. Well, there could only be one conclusion. I am the finest we have, a hero cop sent to outperform you in every way imaginable.
A good joke.
He does not actually think it was a good joke.
Well, a joke of course. Rest assured, I have no intention of competing with you.
It's good we set this thing aside. Was there anything else you wanted to ask about the competition?
Well, that's enough about that. Oh. Well, let's move on.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
He's actually glad it's addressed now.
So why did the 41st send me? I'm probably gonna roll
Because
shit.
You're the best qualified. No, that doesn't seem right.
Dumb brain, I'm good for nothing.
You look dumb if you keep the lieutenant waiting for...
They're like gulping more, yeah. How many experience points do I have right now? Probably not much. Yeah. Anywho. Calling Station's Lazarus. Kids suggest you call the station Lazarus in order to sort out your health issues. You can use this motor garage to make the call, although you don't feel hopeful. Probably not.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Pick up the radio again.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Alice, please connect me to Station 41's Lazarus.
It will take just a moment, officer.
Her voices fade out into the familiar radio static.
Gottlieb, what do you want?
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
Just a routine checkup?
Oh, it's you.
Was that a snarl or a suppressed groan? No love for you here.
You know who I am?
Yes, there's no end to the misfortunes fate has seen fit to rain upon me.
Sure, but can you tell me about myself, as in who am I am?
Who? You are? You lost your human visage a while back. Now let's get on with it. I've got more important things to do.
Well, I couldn't reach up and grab a tire from a spinning fan without unbearable pain shooting through my arm.
Hard to tell exactly what it was over the phone. Could be a combination of peripheral neuralgia and high blood pressure. Could be that you were having a heart attack. Or, actually, it could be both, given your profile.
So what do I do?
Cut down on the drinking, pal. In fact, cut off the drinking. The drugs, too. Anything else?
Already on it?
Oh, but speed. Sweet speed.
I've already had enough of that shit. Shut up, electrochemistry. Anyway, I've lost my memory, all of it.
With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised.
There is no surprise in his voice, only careless superiority.
You're not surprised? Okay, anything else?
What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side, you've got a whole new life now. Use it wisely.
Isn't there anything you can do for me?
What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another rundown of everything collapsing inside your body?
Yes, please.
You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not a retirement home. We don't have the funds to deal with rock stars past their prime.
So it's political. You're being neglected because of political reasons.
And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact, I've got work to do. Some idiot has glued his eyelids shut with cyanoacrylate. It looks like Mactorson.
It's not fucking cryoacrylate. It's super glue, Doc.
I think I've had a heart attack.
And you survived it. Congratulations. Are you mobile?
Yes.
Even better. Anything else? I wouldn't worry about that. Officers your age have coronary trouble all the time. Also, death is a natural part of life.
Accept it. The body is an object, and objects break down. Do what good you can with yours, before the rest goes too.
Well, I suppose that is it for now.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a lot of XP.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Please connect me to Sylvia once more.
Just a second, officer. Sylvie Malaika on the line for you, officer. Yes, hello?
Yes, Sylvie, this is the police again.
Oh, great. What else do you need, detective?
Have you seen my gun?
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective.
Wait, I showed you my gun? When did it happen?
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and
She stops hesitantly, not sure she wants to continue. And what did I do?
you were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Oh.
Some poor sod was trying to eat his pudding while you were screaming, spit flying, imitating the mercy shot right next to him. Spat some in his food. I don't think he touched it after.
Yes, but what happened to my gun?
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns. It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask.
She sighs. I think I got everything I need, thanks. And
You
call.
hear the call breaking up on the other end of the radio, and then the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
I'm done with the radio for now.
57's over and out.
Her voice disappears into the void.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook,
Tap
a
on the
pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
tap on the fuel preheater gauge.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
Now, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They are also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again.
Close the door. Do I have any tears in my bag? I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, to inspect the book, chewing gum wrapper.
An intricate web of blue lines.
Right.
stretches
Let's
across
take
the
another
torso
look,
of
see
the
at this
hand
again.
From the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. The pattern still kind of has.
Put the phone away. Damage ledger.
Oh, and a cool piece of toilet paper is stuck to the back.
Alright, open the hidden compartment in the clipboard. Come on, 97%. Yes. And my protagonist powers go.
Slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off the slides. All you need to do is bend the plastic on your knee, slowly. The slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just,
slide it open.
Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open.
What's inside?
2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
Pick up the ticket stubs.
2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there too.
Pick up the card.
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue.
Open it.
Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Throw it away, please.
Keep reading.
Your hand shakes, holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you.
Keep reading.
You. Every step I take will get lighter. It always makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it.
Keep reading.
Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs.
Oh my god.
Sucked out of your head.
Oh my god, what the fuck is happening?
It gets dark. Small white dots of air. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No. Hold on.
Hold on.
To what? There's nothing.
Shit. Uh-oh.
Detective, is everything alright?
Well, so much for that. Oh boy, what the fuck just happened? Why are reading that love letter? Why reading that postcard make me pass out? What? What? What the fuck? Did that kill me?
There is nothing.
What?
Again.
Nothing.
Nothing said, brother. No treachery, just blackout.
Just like that, passed out?
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you, that's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the
What the fuck just happened? Who's that?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
And who was that?
Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
No, I was cool. I'm cool.
The cool when you're dead, brother.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Tell him.
Ah, yes. In the old factory system, they call it the apricot chewing gum scented one. It's unhealthy of them to linger on it so. But as they say, what do you do?
Smells like betrayal.
Yeah, man. Fuck everything. Total blackout forever.
So, was that the X something? The
bloated corpse of the past resurfacing?
No, it was beautiful.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape. Its lack of beauty was not the problem.
So, where is Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
So my name appears to be Harry?
Your name is fuck all.
It certainly ain't Harry.
Then what the fuck is it?
Your name is passed out on the ground, dragged around by one of the other evil apes. They're taking you somewhere.
Oh, well then.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
What is that? It's cold.
Yes. They're pouring something on you. It's in you.
Oh, that's probably water.
It's delicious.
What?
Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Where am I?
In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket. The air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
The lieutenant is sending a small canister to your mouth. Drink.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
Drink.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened?
I should ask you the same.
You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital. Then you came to.
How long was I out?
10 minutes, maybe.
Well, it seems I came into contact with the burnt-out ruins of the past, Lieutenant.
That does sometimes happen.
Lecture of failure and hatred.
You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed?
Let's solve this motherfucking case.
Good.
Oh, fucking hell. Anyway, White Morning. What is this? Authority. The little guy gets further and further away from research time. Anyway. Anything else to look at? About Martinez communism, okay.
The bullet is still...
Well, I think I got some tear on me, so...
The tear machine stands in the corner.
No.
I do not have any tear, okay. Let me take a look-see. A man from Heimdall book. Great. Get the button. What is this? Enormous pools, worthy of a real man. Is there anything else we need to talk about with that pine woman? Yoink. Yoink.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
So you won't talk about the murder, but maybe you can tell us something about the victim's missing armor?
What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells?
Isn't armor art for, the body?
Ugh, alright. Sad piggy. I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military-grade handwear. Look cute as hell. If you haven't been there, the village is a shithole down the coast from the main plaza. Have a good time!
And there's a little girl wearing gloves there.
No. That's all the snitching Cindy the Skull does for today. Actually, I don't even know why I told you what I just told you. I have a weakness for animals. It's the animal thing again. Damn it.
She looks at you a little sad suddenly.
Or a weakness for police officers, miss. Thank you either way.
So is that coal room yours?
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
Well, I have other questions.
Shoot, piggy.
And I'm out. Oh, this boosts my authority and everything. Ooh. And then empathy. Oh, and -2 authority. Never mind. Never mind, that shit lowers my authority. I thought it gives me authority. No, it's -2 to authority. Oof. I'll just get the pry bar back. Right. Nothing new. Right. What else? I guess I'll just go to the report my missing badge. Probably gonna get badgered for it, unfortunately. Oh, wait, no, going the wrong way. Back out there. Is that any stuff I'm wearing? Alright.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Radio.
Precinct 57, how may I assist you?
Please connect me to the 41st again.
Just a moment, officer.
10-4, come in, officer. Over.
I need to report my badge missing.
10-9, repeat message. Over.
My badge. I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 1022 the captain. Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Say nothing.
Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Defend yourself immediately. These aren't defending myself anyway. Can we just move on? I wish to get it reported and done with.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Oh shit. Didn't you glue your eyes shut earlier and now you're making fun of me?
Badge.
Could you please stop saying he lost his badge for a moment?
He asked you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
At the end of the line erupts in volcanic laughter.
Sergeant Orson was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
You don't have a comeback.
Say nothing.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it.
You can hear laughter in the background. But what's the roll? Oh, I was one off. I did get a perfect roll for that. Dang. Enough of this now. I have other things to discuss.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear you.
New heights even for Captain Sober. Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
The room rolls with laughter.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Oh, fuck.
Shit. I have zero drama. Well, might as well try.
Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
No, of course I didn't lose my fun gun. Fuck it, I didn't lose my gun.
Or his fun, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
The fuck do you need a gun for? Look at the pythons on your arms. You are a gun.
You're right, physical instrument. I got this.
Oh, request a description, huh? We'll give him one. Describe the plasma gun.
Trick question. I'm a martial artist. My entire body is one big gun.
He says he's a living weapon and we are trying to trick him.
Host in heaven. Did he lose his gun and his
Oh my god.
Dear God, he lost his gun. Oh my, I can't.
This isn't really a laughing matter.
Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself. But Disco here made him piss his pants. Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his... Ask him if he still got his wiener.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over.
Yeah, I left it at your mama's after I fucked her ass all night. Tell him that.
That's a negative. Not going to say that. Over.
What's he saying? Share with the class.
He said he sodomized your mother.
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got.
Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate?
Shut up, Chester. This is my mom we're talking about. Tell him to apologize right now.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims that you made about his mother. Over.
Hey, if you do not like the fallout, maybe don't fuck with the firewalker.
Mac, he says you shouldn't have antagonized the firewalker in the first place.
Who?
The disbelief in Vicky Mayer's voice is overwhelming.
Satellite Officer V.
Firewalker.
I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater, sir.
Firewater? He's lost it. Fuck it. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing that matters.
Satellite Officer V.
I heard him and I'm on it.
10-4 affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his firearm.
The static.
Oh, God,
The man is finding back tears.
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over.
That is all for now.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
18 kilometers to the south, in the 41st Precinct's relay booth, a small crowd has gathered around Communication Officer Jules Oldboy Pidier. Around a dozen cops. The small room is filled with cigarette smoke, abuzz with laughter, when Officer Judith Minnow enters. Her left arm is in bandages, and her hair trimmed short.
What is going on here? Did something happen?
She asks Donald. John Vickermer turns to her and says,
What happened is my partner made contact. It's not good. He's lost his badge and his sidearm. He seemed confused, delirious even.
he stops to think.
Mac, the torso Torson, is finger-fucking his fist, laughing hoarsely and apparently telling some dirty story to his partner, Chester McLean, near the entrance.
Yeah, Mullen was fucked, alright. Sounded fucking drunk to me.
Yeah, Mac's right. That was some gnarly shit there.
Enough! None of this is funny. It's fucking sad. That's what it is. He's a cop. He's one of us, goddamn this.
We must help him.
Minnow looks down at the near polished black shoes. There's a quiet firmness to her voice when she speaks.
Yeah? How do you fucking plan to do that, huh? Get him off the drink? Go jogging with him in the morning and get him on carrot juice? He's a lost man.
I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. He wouldn't.
Mac, man the door. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. Those were his words.
He sighs heavily and turns to adjust the room.
This shit does not leave this room. Not a word of this to the captain. Or anyone else. We'll give him a couple of days to put his shit together.
I guess I can hold off the report for a few days.
Oh boy lights another cigarette.
Good. Okay, everybody. Nothing but a prank call here. We all got our laughs. Now get back to work.
Far north, on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand in the motor carriage.
Well, yes, I could examine that bullet again. Boop. Alright. Let's decipher this motherfucking bullet, shall we?
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp.
Anime protagonist powers go!
You
Shit!
can't remember what happened last week.
God
What makes you think
damn it. Okay. Well, so much for that.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, the 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Look at the zoning plan.
The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall.
Jim, what do you think of this?
I'm no property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but...
He shrugs. I shall use my one logic to find a loophole in the deal.
There doesn't seem to be anything of interest here. No fine print. You're smart. You can read.
You're right, logic. Anyway, what else? Well, I guess I could just, I guess all that's left is to, no, not that one. Smoke on the balcony. Yep, have to go there at 9 p.m. Getting kind of close to that. Right. Guess I'll just read the book.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Why antlers?
Because white antlers are one of the symbols of communism. They represent a society in accord with the natural world and at the same time above it.
Why Frizzle?
Because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
Flip through the pages, see what catches your eye.
To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. No advertisements, you notice. So who's funding this radical commentary? After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections. International development, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
Read the editor's note.
Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal a la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turn to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going a la fumée, unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel. La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. Perhaps they've overestimated the market demand for this kind of commentary. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
Kim, I think this is a communist magazine.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
I want to catch up on international developments.
This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Semenine. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border, something about bear wrestling in Samara, book riots in Yugograd. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bear wrestling. Flip back to that.
Alright, let's see what this bear wrestling is all about.
It seems to be part of a new public fitness initiative in the People's Republic of Samara, SRV, devised and promoted by none other than President Kanajinsky himself. According to this extremely credulous account, Uncle Sport, as he's affectionately known to his people, has recently decreed bear wrestling the national sport of the SRV.
Hang on, tell me more about this Uncle Sport.
Based on the description in this article, he appears to be an extremely competent and democratically elected president.
Right, now let's get back to the bear wrestling.
It's quite straightforward. A standard match features one man, or in some cases woman, against one bear. 2 competitors, 1 ring, 5 rounds, or until incapacitation. According to the SRV's Ministry of Information, the program has been a tremendous success. Public support stands at 87%, and youth obesity and alcoholism rates are down 12% and 7% respectively.
Guess it's hard to fight a bear if you're out of shape.
That's very much the idea. President Kaczynski has long maintained that a strong body is the best defense against capitalist aggression. In shape, out of shape, you've always preferred to rely on your wits.
Good to catch up on foreign affairs.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
What is this Kunst und Kultur?
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture. As you move through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective.
Read the profile of CS.
This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer. That certainly sounds like a certain delinquent youth who likes to harass you from her balcony.
Just a moment, what is this tip-top tourney?
The actual article is surprisingly light on details, but after skimming a page or two, you gather that it has something to do with motor carriage racing.
Alright, let's see what the communists had to say about tip-top.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes and a few of the more colourful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of the tip-top tourney.
Wait, what's wrong with the tip-top?
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships, and then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes.
Hang on, who wrote this stuff?
Oddly enough, this article has two bylines. Nasdeb and Kalada Bernal and Exilus Buka.
What's so bad about sponsorships?
Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity. Thus, the so-called tourney becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a Fritta.
Right, but then you get to see them crash.
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest. At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
No, I'm pretty sure I like it for the racing.
Sure, you think that, but subconsciously, it's the visions of brand names being engulfed in flames that you crave.
Guess I never thought about it as much.
That's because you haven't been reading critically. But don't worry. The whole point of these sorts of articles is to let someone else read critically for you.
Kim, this article says that no one really watches tip-top tourney for the races.
Oh, come on. Can this article read your mind?
No, I suppose not.
Well, there you have it. No reason to get hung up on the pretentious ramblings of a few young men. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Let's see what they mean by local concerns.
Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike. You skim the headlines. Paint the harbour red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside Apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
Why should I care? This doesn't have anything to do with me.
The eternal problem, according to G. Martin, is that under capitalism, the worker is rendered incapable of perceiving their own agency or lack thereof. Thus, they tend to experience their own oppression as though it were happening to somebody else. Is that true? Have you felt estranged from your own self recently?
I don't know.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Put it away. Oh, what do we have here?
Wow, so someone's been a little boring.
What?
Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown.
Jim, am I boring?
You? I wouldn't worry about that.
See? You're so regular and vinyl brown. He doesn't even want to talk to you about it.
What is this? Picking on me for not being crazy enough? That's the least of my concerns.
No need to be defensive. The regularity, the brownness, the cut and dry have their appeal. A very standard appeal.
Look, I am just trying to do my job. No need for extravagance.
Of course you do. Let's get right to it. My lord's coppo type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax.
Wait, what? This will be my combo type now?
Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular law officials that you belong to. It comes, of course, with the usual benefits.
Yeah, no. Let's keep that announcement on standby for now.
Good. Of course. To outright declare yourself something does seem a bit too interesting now, doesn't it? I won't trouble you any further.
Well then. Guess I go to Freak Dot to sell some of my stuff. Well, to sell the tear specifically. I went past it.
The tear machine stands in the
Insert bottle. Right then.
Is this about the questions again? Because...
No. Do I have anything else?
Yes?
Well, I'll try again.
You pick over what's left.
Nope. Worth a shot.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Strange reaction to 2 bullets. Effort has to cooperate. Still pretty fucking low, unfortunately. I wish to talk about the hanging again.
Again. Just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his biggest fan.
Good one, Titus.
No more questions.
About fucking time.
I Dr. Joyce, the merc you hanged. His friends are coming for you.
Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Cronell.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
Yes, they are forming some kind of tribunal and they're coming for you.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us, and Glenn. Glenn is fucking crazy.
Yeah, a well-oiled murder machine.
He punches Blondie on the shoulder.
The mood is on the rise. They're feeling confident, ready to punch out the whole merc platoon.
Well, the mercs are quite armed with automatic weapons.
We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home.
Well, will they pierce ceramic armor?
I guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
See what? That they don't?
Yeah. Like you've been up against ceramic armor.
He takes a sip of beer, bites his time, and tries to get the last word in.
You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing. Didn't make him immortal.
This criminal is bad news. You know that, right?
So are the local gangs. The fucking Barmy army. And the Madre scum. You've been out there. Seen any around?
Yeah. Where are they now, huh? Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate.
These people are trained military professionals. Special forces, as you said. They're not a gang or a Barmy army.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. We know more about them than you think.
And they're going rogue. Nobody is controlling them.
Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loose in the city. What do you think is gonna happen?
Okay, then.
What do you mean, okay?
Oh, I mean, okay, they're going to wipe you the fuck out, Titus.
No, they won't. Get out of here with your negative energy.
He really doesn't like you ruffling their feathers like that on what might be the eve of battle.
All he means is that the situation is serious.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that.
Is this a white check? It's a white check. Okay, so I can somewhat do this. Okay. Well, establish authority. I flex my anime protagonist powers. Oh my god, I actually did it.
Swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco. Does this look familiar?
Where have I seen this before?
You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men. Sitting on desks, talking shit and wasting time.
Oh, I get it, Titus. You guys are really the authority around here.
Oh.
You must be. You're just like real cops, drinking beer and sitting around with your dicks in your hands.
You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
No, oh no, I'm also a big fan of beer and jerking off instead of helping people.
You saying we don't help people?
He puts the beer down.
Doing this job for 10 years. Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together.
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffito removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
He picks the beer back up.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick.
You're
Just
right.
Don't antagonize him. You have this already.
It's not about who did it. It's about the victim. She needs help.
Titus?
He looks at her.
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
Alright.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her, but you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
What is her name?
Lieutenant takes out her note. This notes.
Claudia, I'm on due.
Claudia
She's
Samantha.
here, the whirling in rags, a real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde.
Oh, that's the one who I indirectly tried to flirt with.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. Remember what you said to her? You told her you...
Oh, don't remind me.
Oh, it's her! It's definitely her! It's Miss Oranje Disco
Oh
Dancer.
no. Shit.
Inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks.
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll...
Yeah, I'm just gonna swallow some magnesium. Okay.
It sounds like you're having a heart attack. Whatever you said, it couldn't have been that bad. Please relax. Whatever you do, do not tell him you know her. That would sound off.
So what was our relationship with the mercenary? Yeah, anyway, thank you, we'll talk to her.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
I'm going to take off now. Jim.
Officer, what was that?
Oh, you mean the sweating and fidgeting when he mentioned her name?
Yes.
I think I know that woman.
The victim? Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
Well, she knows I did some pretty crazy stuff before I passed out, that I partied hard and not very mental healthily.
So she overheard you? Or did you party together?
So this is what it feels like to be interviewed.
Not very fun.
You'll get through it, you slippery fuck! Blast some insano at him! Throw him off!
Yeah, she overheard me listening to music and doing weird things from a room. It's the one next to yours.
Anything else?
I asked her where we were, what the city is, maybe even what year, something like that.
That's clearly your interrogation technique. Anything else?
She also knows that I didn't remember being a cop.
Okay, that's manageable.
And I also met her in the hallway after I woke up.
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday.
Well, let's move on.
We'll be alright, officer. This is nothing.
You feel fortified by his assurance.
Hey.
It's going to be alright. The door is closed.
Knock.
Who is it?
A woman's voice answers, muffled by the door.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going up.
You're right, Perception. I shall take a gander. Hotel bill calculations, looks like she had an extended stay. Pile of dirty clothes, a woman. Don't, why did I do that? Enter the room. You see the below. The corpse is no longer there.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there.
Look at the medications.
Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
Look at the toothbrush.
It's been used quite a lot.
Search the bottles.
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads, Nacra.
What's Nacra?
An opioid receptor antagonist. It's used for diamorphine overdoses.
Oh.
You could say he's on the lookout.
Search the pill
Among
sheets.
some foreign, probably Messinian or Gottwaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how.
Is there anything more interesting in here?
A bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it. In sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container.
Oh, just, yoink.
Silently,
Hey.
the bottle slides into your palm. Then, as you turn,
I used
into your pocket.
Haha.
Feels so sleek and beautiful. You got it. Here comes the afterburner. Time to become a super detective again, Harry. Just put it in your sweaty little hand now.
There's quite the collection in here.
Anything of note?
No. I'm probably gonna... Can I sell that? I'm not sure if I can sell the bottle. I hope I can. If not, then it's kind of useless in my hands. It's been hastily made. What's here? Okay, it's just... I guess that's how we get on the roof. Coffee and an ashtray. Looks like a hedgehog. Oh, look, a handful of dried white wildflowers.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air.
I use my anime protagonist powers to swoop in and take them fast.
The wind brushes
What?
them off.
No! No!
They're gone.
I rolled a 1. I rolled a 1. Damn it. I already thought of some slick shit there. Oh well.
Welcome to the roof.
The young woman has a cigarette in one hand and a cup of coffee in the other.
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Well, is there a cleaning lady? I think I do need one.
Oh yes, legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Well, it has.
They also say it's why the cleaning lady quit.
Oh.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever? This is the biggest fan of ostentatious orchestrations I have seen in my life. And I have seen a few. Oh yeah. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Things are only getting easier for me. I'm a police. No, I wouldn't say that. No, I wouldn't say that. It's gone pretty hard in the meantime, but I go on.
I can see that. I'm glad all this onward going has brought you to me.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who took him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
She takes a pensive drag of her methanol. Oh, menthol cigarette.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you've been through something difficult.
Thank you, suggestion.
No need to dilly-dally. She's tough.
Who do I trust? Alright, I'll go straight to it. I don't want to sound like a namby-pamby.
Good on you, boy. She can take it.
What's your name, miss, for the record?
Clausier Amondou.
Nationality?
Vredefort, Republic of Oranje.
Wasn't the tattoo on the hanged man an Oranese map of the waterways? The thought begins to form in your head, then dissipates. Something for later.
What is Oranje?
A bad memory, officer.
A bad memory of what?
Of lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass. Duraluminium. Vredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. A night. At least it was for me.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. If you're no longer there.
Age?
I'm 28.
She takes a drag. What do you do, miss? What is your specialization?
Something stupid.
What would that be?
Oranese lit.
Oranese lit?
Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
What is Oranese literature about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... only the name of the nation changes.
If that's true, then Revacholian lit would fit you like a glove.
Oranese lit? What do you do with it?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
How do you make money then? Money's very important.
Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Rani's lit.
Being what?
Many things. A roller skating instructor, secretary, Mr. Rani at 37.
She smiles.
It's the world's most tired smile. Miss Aranye, now there is something you should linger on.
Understood. Shut up, electrochemistry.
Mm-hmm. I would offer you coffee, but it's garbage. Literally tastes like poison.
You have a passport?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
Well, then how do I know if you told us your real name?
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausia Mondu. It's a weird name.
Sure, I'm pretty sure I have the legal right to demand your passport, miss.
Look, officers, I like this place, but I don't want to be stuck wandering the city like a ghost after being robbed of my travel documents. I don't want to become an indentured servant in a brothel on Boogie Street, and I don't want my relatives to pay the ransom.
Okay, then.
Okie dokie.
Suppose there's some more coffee.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her expression or her movements.
Thank you, that's it for the record.
The record. So official.
Well, nice room you got here.
Yeah, it's pretty deluxe.
And what are you doing here, in the welding and rags?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
Why here?
Here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
Here in Revachol.
I always wanted to see the only city in the world in the worst time of the year. It's a tourist thing.
You have quite the collection of prescription drugs down there.
Thank you. I put a lot of time and effort into it.
She says without any discernible irony.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her. No, don't listen to the stiff. Be cool.
No further questions.
I always heard you RCM guys were cool. You are.
I have other questions for you.
Okay.
She takes a pensive drag of a cigarette.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
They tell us you were raped.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
And what does that mean? Were you?
Yeah.
She just the word out.
Not raped. I can't say that stuff about him. Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
So Titus asked you to spice things up for us.
Pretty much.
She trails her coffee cup in both hands.
Warming them.
So what did happen between you and the victim?
We partied.
I don't get it. What do you mean partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had contact on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
Were feelings involved?
A little. The drugs were good enough, and we did enough of them.
How did you two meet?
The lieutenant's voice is quiet, calm.
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment. A military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
She appears aloof, but that scar part, the scary, is stressed and drawn out. What's that about? Apprehension?
Hmm.
With longing. She misses him.
Oh.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
Well, it must have been hard for you, seeing him there.
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant. He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
The call, reporting the hanging, that was you?
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Well, that answers that question.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Revachol, miss.
The caller's voice was disguised.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
Nicked it? How?
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
Which landline?
The one downstairs, officer. I used the whirling landline.
Oh, that's why it's out of use.
That's some clever.
Out of order.
Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like that.
Seems you had some idea that it was... don't mention it.
She must have had training of some kind.
Why go through all the trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
So what can you tell me about him? Names, eyes, age?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
Another puff. More nervous.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
She meant she sees him in her dreams.
I've also seen him in a dream.
You have? Not like I do, I imagine.
Time to light a new one.
She sees them in each other's arms.
You're in each other's arms.
Yes. And then he's dead. His mouth agape.
She looks into the light green pack of cigarettes and pulls out another one, preparing to light it.
Agape, ready to catch a bullet. A coincidence. Make a note and return to it later.
Well, I see him as me.
She dips the cigarette in the lighter's flame and inhales, then looks at you with her lungs full of smoke.
I can see the similarity, yes.
The air smells of menthol.
Funny.
Lieutenant says softly.
Funny how?
Nothing. I also saw him. We had a long inspection and that sort of thing sticks with you. Let's move on.
What did they hang him for, if not rape?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing.
She thinks.
But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Why was there a bullet in his head?
Bullet? They shot him too? They stripped his clothes and they shot him?
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused, sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
It's hard to know what to think about that answer.
Yeah, with my one intelligence.
She's just tired. Don't push her too much.
How did the Hardy Boys know you?
They're frequent guests. Downstairs. They have a booth for union members. They're probably down there now.
And how did you meet?
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
Did you party?
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this. Have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy boys?
I have.
Which one?
Which ones, sir?
Oh.
I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him?
Could that be why they lynched him? Jealousy?
I hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, you know? But that's probably where they got the rape idea.
What do you mean?
Men like that? I don't know. It's the way their imaginations work. I suspect it's what they'd like to do to me.
She changes balance from one foot to another, crossing her legs.
Well, thank you for telling me all this, miss.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
Let us go. Smell a cigarette in the air. Instrumental. What's in here?
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Where does this lead to?
I don't know.
You makes a note in this notebook.
It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door.
Do you think it's important?
I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case.
Below, the hostel cafeteria creaks and groans under your added weight. A skeleton of composite support beams and cantilevers.
Tap the roof with your foot.
A dull thump. Somewhere inside, a wind brace rattles from the imperceptible motion of the building.
The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
Push.
It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. Sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy.
Well, I lack the physical instrument to do this, and I'm afraid if I fail, I'm going to lose another life. And I've pretty much learned my lesson from last time after I tried to knock down that water door, so... yeah. Anyway, Kim.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy boys.
This voice is lowered.
Just went out the window.
You think this will make them cooperate?
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
So why did she tell us all of that?
What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
I'm sure she had to lie. I wouldn't have known.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
She seems candid.
You think so? Being candid is the best way to lie. The appearance of candor with some facts thrown in draws attention away from whatever one chooses to omit. She may be trying to control the pace of the investigation. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our inquiries will bring us back here soon enough.
Very well. Right.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Run your finger across the surface of the glass.
Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
This window was recently replaced.
Looks like it, yes.
Anyway. No, not that.
This window.
No. I can just click here. There we go. Right then. Loading.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
Classe said she wasn't raped.
Fuck. I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
You've hit a nerve. Titus is furious. No, more than that. The loyal Titus feels betrayed.
Ha.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type.
Crazy.
She's fucked up.
Crazy? What are you talking about? She was quite lucid.
She wasn't raped. The witnesses' statements were very clear.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her.
His hands become fists.
And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking
hit you. Duck.
Oh.
Titus Hardy.
Her voice rang through the room like a warning shot.
Success. Titus backs off. Fists down, everybody.
Ooh.
Goddamn, no one tells you to put your fists down.
Everard personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
Damn.
The room is so quiet you could hear a pin drop. The rest of the cafeteria has gone quiet, too. Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad, listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
So what's on this tape?
What's on it? We call it the door gun a mega mix. You'll know why. Won't you listen to it?
A door gun is a gun mounted to the door of a transport airship. They have a habit of mowing down civilians. Farmers mostly.
And where did you get this tape?
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that.
So you bugged them. How?
We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff.
Understood? You've listened in on their communications. How long?
Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
Which one of you is doing this advanced radio work then?
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
The chief picks his beer back up to offer a silent toast.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff. Indexes and shit.
That's enough for now. I think I'll get back to the investigation.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy.
I'll listen to it.
You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
I'm going to take off now. Oh wow, it's just a huge ass boombox.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Play the tape. You push the commencer, and the tape starts spinning. Violet static and machine sounds fill the air. That's my impression of the narrator.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
Some kind of machinery.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalson crane.
I see.
He's right.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the Apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice room. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
The rest of the tape is empty.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrete on your porter reel. The tape stops spinning.
What was that there at the very end? Silence?
End of recording.
What do you think?
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
I agree. He also sounded inebriated.
Still.
The lieutenant looks at the tape. You are familiar with this look now. It's his look of suspicion.
There's more going on here than we know.
Who the fuck is this Cordy?
One of the other mercenaries, I think. The one he was talking to.
And what's Kohoi?
A village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about.
You think he was there?
Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. We would need to know the story of this man's service.
Well, what now?
I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree.
Agreed.
As you take out the tape, the boombox tunes itself back to the cheery radio again, spewing out beats like it's a Friday night. The contrast feels chilly, inappropriate even.
Well then, let's get moving. I'm just running around with this boombox in my head.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Well, let us talk more about this so-called assault.
Not my favorite topic, but okay.
Name?
I'm sorry, I can't do it.
She meant she see. You pissed it all away.
How about we, change the subject to something more lighthearted now?
Titus Hardy gave us a recording where the deceased states his intention to commit rape.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table. This does not surprise her.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
On this tape, he specifically identifies you as the target.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chat of the deceased, recorded via the encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
Those are the exact words he used.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line.
She picks the cup back up.
A memory surfaces in her tired neocortex. It's not entirely unpleasant.
Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style?
Kohoi was mentioned.
He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
Why say things like that, machismo?
Yes, was he bragging?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things. Then integrated them into his idea of normalcy. To keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his, what's the word I'm looking for?
Coping mechanism?
Running joke. I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that. He was like the Seminoles conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezud all rolled into one person, then cast in Norani ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
Weren't you afraid?
Afraid of what? That tape the Hardy Boys recorded? Your mother probably never told you this, but girls are evil. Had I the physical robustness and social support, I'd be in Kohoi. I would be tearing it up Soldier of the Apocalypse style.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? In Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
There is a small measure of pride in her that she could quell the rage in such a being.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Look at her in the eye. Yes. Haha.
Soft, light brown eyes look back at you.
Yes.
Directly into the space behind your eye sockets. You see the smoke rise from between her painted red lips. She's beautiful. I have bad news for you.
What?
You know these guys? Who? Me?
What?
Yes, you. He's talking about you, you boring stiff. You too.
What?
Me? What did I do? These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for info, you can't trust them anymore.
What?
Believe it.
Which ones exactly are affected?
There's no way of knowing. At the moment, I'm afraid it's best to assume. All of them.
What?
Bullshit, man. I ain't compromised. Especially that guy. That guy's the most compromised one in here. No fucking way, man. I just want a drag of that sweet menthol Ziggy.
I feel like Alien X right now, where all of my consciousness are arguing with each other.
Really? Quick, tell me what's under her jumpsuit. Glory, truth, softness. Protect her. She wants you.
How the fuck did this happen?
How it always does. Through subtlety.
Well, what can I do, Felician?
There's nothing you can do about it. You are how you are, and she is how she is. Things will go as they do.
Can't you turn them normal again?
No.
What use is this then?
It's better to know you're being played than to be played without knowing it, is it not?
Does this mean she's been lying to me?
I think it's safe to assume, yes. Mr. Thespian here hasn't been speaking up. If he were, I suspect there would be paeans to her truthfulness. Like this. No, he's not going to show up. I'm sorry. Your lie detection isn't working. It's not her doing. He's just totally inept. It looks like you're also an idiot. But that's not her fault. No, not an idiot. You're just more of a sensitive type. Thinks with his heart. This woman's pain draws you in.
What's her plan?
You can't draw a sound conclusion. The one who usually does says, nothing? Someone else was supposed to chime in, weren't they? And then they didn't. Just me swooshing around in here now. Swoosh. Huh? No, Mr. Conclusion. You're always kind of limited in your analytical abilities. That's not her fault, but still.
Alright, I've been talking to myself long enough. Let's get back to it.
Don't worry. It's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this.
Well, just close our eyes and let the moment pass.
For a second, her face disappears from your cornea. Only a silvery negative remains. Still smiling. A tired smile.
Let's return later, miss.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m., drinking coffee, most likely.
Well. Go down here. Well, I believe that'll be enough for today. I'm calling it in. I shall see you later. Farewell for now.